Salute. Welcome to Wild Country Daily Updates, or Daily Adventure. Sorry about that. The article is from Axis. Um, 15,000 churches could close this year as religious shift in U.S. The U.S. could see an unprecedented 15,000 churches shut their doors this year, far more than the few thousand expected to open, according to denominational reports and church consultants. Why does it matter? Well, they go on to say the unprecedented contraction expected to continue over the next decade risk leaving gaps in communities nationwide, particularly country ones, where churches often are crucial providers of food aid, childcare, and disaster relief. They say the big picture is the decline of traditional brick and mortar churches comes as a record number of Americans, 29%, are identifying as religiously unaffiliated, and as 62% identify as Christians, down from 78% in 2007, according to the Pew Research Center. They say at the same time, mostly non-denominational megachurches and evangelical Christianity in general are an increasing influence on American life, driven by charismatic leaders, sympathetically politicians, and social media. These colliding trends have shaken the nation's longtime religious footing. There are fewer and fewer communities built around local churches, but rising pressure from conservative citizens and government officials to inject more religion into public schools, settings, and institutions. They go on to say the record number of church closings forecast this year stems from struggles many churches face, including retaining full-time pastors, said Tom Rayner, a former president of Lifeway Christian Resources, an entity of the Southern Baptist Convention that provides resources for the churches. They say in a widely shared Baptist Courier piece, Tom, a consultant on church health, said that waves of church closings are coming and that another 15,000 U.S. churches will move from full to part-time pastors. They say the National Council of Churches estimate that 100,000 U.S. churches across denominations will close during the next several years, confirming Tom's analyst. That would amount to roughly a quarter of the nation's 350,000 to 400,000 churches today. Now, I'm going to leave the link to the rest of this article in the description, so look at the description for the link to the news article. Now, my thoughts and my opinions are, my opinion is, where I stand, it's not the end of the world if they close. Yes, it feels good to go into the church and worship our Father, to give grace to our Father, to pray to our Father. But as time went on, we religion leaders and pastors have become money hungry and have become not caring. Meaning, look at the trafficking that's been going on in these Catholic churches. Look at the Look at the fundraisers, the fraud in fundraising. Look at the fraud that's going on in some of these churches, these mega churches, the ones that, got flooded and wouldn't open their doors. If you remember, in New Orleans, that mega church pastor would not open his doors to the people that needed shelter. This is how greed became so much more than what it should be. My opinion are, we don't need them churches. We are the church. We are what represents God. All we need is a small room with a small group of people to have a service, to learn about God, learn about our Father. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Do you agree with this? Do you think they should shut their doors? Or do you think more and more should be built and more should stay open? Let me know what your thoughts are. Peace out.